And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. A high school in Jamaica is making headlines for banning those damn hair edges, or some call it baby hair. That's right, those curtains along your hairline are now closed at this school. The issue has been making noise on social media.
I didn't know it was like that in Jamaica. I love how they're trying to keep, the students focused on education and education only. You don't need to be worried about any beauty standards, nothing but the education. But is it a bit much?
Let's see how our own guests feel about it, and if we can put up, for those who've never seen those edges and the baby hair. Joining us to talk about it, publicist Brigitte Waugh, the biggest host of Speak On It podcast, and T and Coco, who co-hosts the Cup of Conversation podcast. All right, T and Coco, let's go down there to you guys. Your thoughts about this move by, and there's a hair. If you've never seen it, you're laying it down, laying that hair down, those edges, the baby hair. All right, T and Coco, your thoughts about that?
Look, if y'all want to start on my page, I know how to write them in cursive. I do the baby hairs very good. I'm talking about very good. But my thoughts, I think it's just a way for young girls to express themselves, and they look and they, the way they want to present themselves. I don't like the fact that it's always the black hairstyles that's like, let's kind of police and patrol these, kind of how they did the dreads with the young boys. Now it's the baby hairs with the girls. I don't really see the problematic. I don't see the problem with it. I don't.
And does it make it worse so that it's Jamaica, a black country?
Yeah, it seems that way.
Most definitely. I feel like it's always a trend in every generation. It's something that we all do. Some people wore the drawstring ponytails and put them in the microwave, and nobody, they had the high beehives on top of their head. It was an era for everything, and I think that this is their era, and this is what they chose to, express their, like T said, express themselves. So I think it shouldn't be a problem. I think things come and go. So if you start now policing things, you're going to police things forever.
All right, the biggest is this, much to do about nothing. Your thoughts on it?
Bumba-clot. Man, I can't believe Jamaica going out like this, man. Y'all got to do better. I thought it was some black power, some structure over there, some pride, man. What's going on, man? I think this is wrong. Yeah, I've seen them be exaggerated. I didn't see the edges down to touching the eyebrow. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's sweetheart, you out of line. I feel like, mothers, parents, get involved with your kids, see what they look like before they leave the house.
Right.
If you got to sneak up on them at lunchtime, blah, what you got on? All right, cool. But I'm like, man, to make that a rule, man, is it really that distracting in class? Look at her edges. What if I got a bald spot? You don't know what you can.
Right.
So y'all gonna make them all with ponytails? No,
Right.
they just bald on the side. They got a type of fade, like they're a little boy. Man, let the little girl do that thing, as long as they doing it in a nice way.
They got to let that curtain down if they're missing some territory there. They got real estate.
They get a little low.
Take the what and leave the what? That don't make no sense.
Brigitte, your thoughts?
Well, I agree with Coco and TT about the styles down through the ages. You had the beehive, the bouffant hairdo. Remember back in the day when they had that wrap around on the head for the black woman with the I forgot what they called it, a high bun or whatever. So you had the mullet in the 70s. So it's kind of like, why is this a big deal to make it a rule? Now, unless they can't see when they're trying to study and the hair's getting in the way, then that's different.
Now, if it's way down here,
that's a problem. That's a bad. They're calling it the curse.
That's a bad.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between the baby, Coco?
Yes.
And TT has a nice little, it's just right
Very
there at the very
presentable.
top. And some of these
So
girls.
T, what would you call that? Really quick, if we can get a shot of T.
I would just call it just natural, very
soft
natural,
baby
soft
hair.
baby hair. I don't have anything extra, very pulling. Really, they be pulling some
You ain't
adult
got no
hair.
pre-con gel.
Yeah, they be pulling some adult hair from back there.
Exactly.
These ain't adult hair. I got the ones right in the front.
Yeah, right in the front.
Right in the front.
They take half of their hair and
And
put it way
Coco,
down
how
here.
would you describe yours?
Mine a little extra. I have my,
At least she was honest, though.
mine a little extra today because, this is a wig. I'm going to be honest, it's a wig. So, it did a little more. But I think that, as long as it's not all the way down here on your eyebrow, and as long
And
as
have you seen that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you have to part the hair make a baby hair, it's not a baby hair at that point.
Yeah.
It's more so
Yeah.
like T
So
said,
it's a
adult hair.
Adult hair.
Yeah, if you gotta part it, you just let it be. Let it just, you know.
And I like my eyebrows crisp. Don't put no baby hair on the eyebrow, because I want my eyebrows to be
That
crispy.
should not be connected.
They shouldn't touch.
They shouldn't be at the schoolhouse I'm talking about with the toothbrush just
But I'm telling you, middle school, I guess I can see the need for it, because middle school girls take it pretty far.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I have a
Yes.
middle school little cousin, and hers be swoop. I be have to go back to the drawing board, baby girl, please. Them big.
I don't like when they be look all thick and hard.
Yeah, that's
that's not a
and it's
natural
all
look.
crunchy.
Right.
That ain't
That's not a
natural.
natural
It's like you just
Well,
put a
you get
bunch
the
of
wrong
gel on
pre-con
it.
gel, it's gonna get. Nobody knows what pre-con gel is. Look it up. Pre-con
Y'all
gel.
look that up.
Don't let the
Pre-con
state
gel.
get involved. Just let the parents make
Yeah,
sure the kids
for
are in
sure.
order, man.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Be good
Brigitte,
parents.
how important is it that, like the biggest said, parents lay their eyes on their child before they walk out of that house?
I mean, I think that's very important, because back in the day, if you had on a skirt, you had to put on shorts underneath. And my parents were checking, do you have on shorts? Make sure it was laid out, your shorts, your skirt, or your dress. And then too, with your socks, and then checking that bag to make sure you're not changing clothes and putting on something else.
I knew it.
So,
Yeah.
so they should check their kids and make sure that they're representing. And I get it, because it is a Presbyterian school. So they're thinking that they're getting away from God, if you will, and doing too
okay,
much.
okay.
Yeah.
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 All right.
So now, yeah.
And really quick, the biggest, where can we find you? Really quick.
Oh, you can find me at We Can Speak On It on Instagram, and you can also find me at thebiggest_95.
All right, T and Coco.
We are Cup of Conversation _ on Instagram, Cup of Conversation everywhere else.
And Brigitte, we can find you right here. You
Everywhere.
damn here. Her and the
Call me
doctor.
out
Her and
like
the doctor. We love you. We love you. Thank you guys for joining us.